In Spanish?
Like, I mean, like, at least with French, for sure, you know, they're saying like c'est la vie.
C'est la vie, of course.
But you know,
That's
the
not
moisturizer is CeraVe. It's just a play on c'est la vie. And then there's a wine called Ménage à Trois, even though it's made in the USA. But it's a really good wine. But like, first thing you look at, you think, French, and second thing, threesome. Therefore,
yeah.
good wine, right?
The third thing you think is made in the United States. That's a great point. Oh, fuck. All right. I think we should
get started.
get started.
Do I look at the camera or do I look at you?
Whatever you feel comfortable doing. I usually look this way.
All right.
But
no, I'm just gonna. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Do what you will. Here, let me tell you where the camera is cutting off.
All right.
Actually, I got it set pretty wide. Let me just angle it. So it's at the edge of the armchair.
All right,
so
cool.
you'll be
I feel
good.
so narcissistic.
That's
like,
good.
Sitting in front of a camera, smoking a hemp cigarette. This is what rockstar life is about. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the second biggest and second best live podcast in the world.
After.
That's what everyone wants to know.
All right.
Here, take that.
All right.
I'm Tyler, and Nikita, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Nikita.
Nikita.
That's it.
Let's see. So what I originally envisioned when I brought you here today. So I want to talk to you about your music.
Okay.
So you have music that you made. What's the name you released that under?
Yeah, I released it under the name Kitoo. It's or Kitoo. I don't really know how to pronounce it. It was supposed to be Kitoo basically, but there's actually on Spotify already there's someone already named Kitoo.
Kitoo.
And she's like this pretty big artist. She's the singer behind like electronic tracks.
Okay.
So she already has
like
like 2 million viewers, listeners. Even though like nobody actually knows her, but everyone knows her voice, you know.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a shame for me, but I just added an O in there. So some people think it's Kitoo.
Kitoo.
Yeah, kind of like The Weeknd is still The Weeknd, but just because it doesn't have an E, something along those lines. Because originally The Weeknd, his name isn't spelled The Weeknd because someone has already named The Weeknd.
Really?
Yeah, that's why he.
I thought he was just like fancy with it.
No, it's just because he wanted to be called The Weeknd, but he didn't want to be someone else, you know.
And so, how long ago did you first start making music?
I don't know. I feel like I've been playing around with Ableton and shit like that since I was like 16, 17. I was just kind of, but I never really wanted to make music. I just really liked making beats. And like, because back then I was much more into rap than I am now.
Right.
And so just the idea of making really cool beats with like those humping bass lines and hi-hats it was fascinating, man. I was like,
Hell yeah. And so you went from there just making beats for hip hop. I don't even think of you necessarily as a hip hop guy. Like the whole time I've known you, you started playing like Harvey. Who's that? By Hers.
Yeah, by Hers.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is like very far from hip hop.
Yeah.
Like that's when I think of like you and music. I think of that song.
Thanks. That's a huge compliment. I think Hers are great.
Yeah, I know you said they were one of your big inspirations. Of course, they died pretty early.
Yeah.
You can carry on their legacy.
Yeah, I guess I did. Yeah. That'd be cool.
It would be.
If some of the Hers fans would be my fans, but I don't think that would happen anytime soon, at least. But we'll see.
Yeah. Future's uncertain.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like my music's changed. Like my favorite music genre has kind of changed over the years. The more I live, the more I have like an appreciation for different kind of genres. And that's why I really got into like indie and shit like that, because I never really listened to it that much before. But like sometimes I just get high and like, I don't know, play my Discover Weekly and it'll give me songs and I'll be like, wow, that's nice. You hear every little thing they have in the songs. It's interesting.
Use that for like inspiration.
Yeah, basically.
So you started making beats for hip hop, right? When you're 16. How long did it take from there to you actually putting out your own music, like under the current name or even under a different name?
Oh, fuck! I don't even fucking remember. I think I put out my album or like my EP when I was I think it was around 19.
19.
I was 19. I think it was like 2 years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I guess 3 years. But I feel I started working on actually my actual EP. I had a lot of fucking like money saved up from working. I remember one summer, And I just decided to, instead of like spending on food and shit like that, I just would buy like music equipment and actually make music. So I bought like a mic, $200 mic, like mini keyboard, stand, and yeah, and then it took me around, I think, 6-7 months to make what I wanted to make. So yeah, actually, I worked on my EP for like around 7 months.
So you had this idea for an EP. Did it end up being what you thought it would be, or did it evolve? Like,
I don't know. Like the way, it's like I just kind of went for the flow. I would just play stuff when I would be like drunk. Like a lot of my songs, like I would just go home drunk from a party or something like that. And I just really at the time I really just enjoyed playing music. And singing was like this new aspect. I was never really a good singer. One of my exes, she like once told me that I just don't have a singing voice.
Ooh,
and
that's tough.
No, it's alright. Like I don't take taking things personally, but I never like really like. I kind of believed her too, though, you know.
Right. So those are like the worst kind of insults, the one that you buy into.
No, I didn't even feel it as an insult. I was just like, you know what, fair enough, because I also believe like some people just don't have a singing voice.
Yeah.
But that was this whole new medium for me, right, where I would actually like be able to sing. And I got a new guitar for my birthday. My parents helped me out with that, bless them. And I don't know, I would just be in front of the mic and playing my guitar and singing, and I would like wake up and not remember shit, and then check my Ableton files. And I'd be like a fucking, I don't know, like 40-second interval of me like playing something and singing it, or like humming a melody, and I just kind of worked on it sober from there. But I think to answer your question, no, I don't really like. I think it stayed like the image of my EP kind of stayed the same. It didn't really evolve.
Very consistent.
And just whatever happened, whatever I liked, I kind of put out.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. So I want to go back what you were saying. You said you come back kind of like slightly fucked up from parties or whatever, you play something and then you work on it sober. Do you feel like the original idea was more powerful than like the later work you did on it? Does that question make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. No, I know what you mean. Well, that's the thing, like when you work on it sober, maybe you're just gonna like elaborate on the idea, or maybe you're gonna like mix something in there or change something up that makes it even better. So I think it really just depends.
Not
on the circumstance. Yeah, I don't think it's always the case. Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Are you working on anything music related
right now?
Yeah.
Not really. I've been kind of busy with school and grad school and shit like that. But I'm planning on maybe like playing around a bit more. I have a lot of files, like unreleased stuff that I have on my computer that's just not fully mastered yet. But yeah, maybe I'll keep working on it, maybe not.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Very uncertain. We were talking about a mobile game you were playing before you got on.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
like about failure.
Yeah. This is gonna get deep. I can hear
it. No, it can become whatever you wish. We wish.
Even deeper.
Even deeper. Jesus. I don't even know where I was going with that. All right, tell me some tell me your musical inspirations, right? What are you listening to right now? What like inspires you to make more music?
Actually, I recently discovered this one song also in like I think I started a radio from one song, and like I found this song from that radio, and that's like I don't remember what the name of the song is. I think something about like night song or some shit like that.
Night song. But
it's I don't know, it's like, I listen to it, I just like it so much, it's like, because it's basically the music I want to make. And it's, I don't know, I think sometimes I get that with some songs, and again, like, I feel like my taste in music always evolves, so I feel like what I actually want to make also evolves pretty constantly, and I can't really, like, say exactly what my inspirations are all the time, but I can play you the song if you want.
Yeah.
Maybe I can play it for you later, now, whatever.
Yeah, maybe off podcast. I don't want to get copyright
infringement? No, yeah, I get it.
But like, I am interested. I always like the music you play. Like,
yeah.
It usually sticks with me.
Thanks, man.
Like I said, you got me into Hers, and you also got me into. Oh, I'm having trouble remembering. But like, it's not Dominic Fike, but like, I remember I was playing Dominic Fike. Yeah, Yeek. Exactly. And you're like, no, don't listen to this shit. Play Yeek instead.
Yeek is good.
Yeah.
Them buddies though, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I think they have like a song together, or a couple of songs even.
Yeah. Yeah, Yeeks is hella good. So Dominic Fike.
Dominic Fike blew up. I remember out of nowhere.
Huge.
I remember like because he only has one album out, right? And I think he's like one of my friends went to his show before he was popular. It was just like a regular show, it's like $10 for a show. Then out of nowhere he got signed by Sony somehow, and his #1 hit is just played everywhere. It has 1 billion views, 1 billion listens.
Everyone knows that one song, 3 Nights.
Yeah, 3 Nights. That's what the song is called.
I remember there's a period during quarantine when I had the song Phone Number stuck in my head.
I don't think
it's like I kept thinking he was saying you change phone numbers like hoes, but he says you change phone numbers like clothes.
Oh.
And that's what was getting stuck in my head. A lot of times, like, I'll mishear music,
and
I'll have the wrong lyric stuck in my head, and then when I find the right lyric, that really gets it stuck in my head.
I know.
Because, like, I always, I know there's something wrong with the way I'm remembering it.
Yeah.
And then it finally clicks.
I know what you mean. Yeah, because I feel like that's why it's because you keep thinking of it more and more, you actually remember it better. It's one of the fundamental principles of our memory. It's pretty insane.
Memory.
Yeah.
Dang. All right, let's talk a little bit about what you're studying. Like, you just graduated from Davis, right? You are now about to enter like a master's program. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, thanks. I'm excited too. I'm studying neuroscience. So basically, what we're talking about, I want to study attention, perception, memory. Those are basically the 3 components I want to study. But yeah, it's just like the amount of stuff we don't know about the human brain is extremely fascinating. Like, we know a lot about our other organs.
Right.
I speak right now for some reason. But with our brain, we just know that if we damage a part of our brain, something is not gonna work. And we know what's not gonna work, but we don't know actually how our brain works.
It seems so mystical.
It is extremely mystical. It's because we can't open up a fucking person and just look at their brain. It's very unethical. Most of the actual
if only.
most of the stuff we know about the human brain is because of the people we just fucked up, and because there was a lack of ethics and
my idol was fucking Nikita.
So the most we know about the human brain, we know about memory.
Right.
And the reason why we know so much about it is because
sorry.
It's alright. It's actually, you probably know about him actually. You've probably heard his name in high school. His name was H.M. It was this one guy who had seizures.
He had seizures,
yeah. And people didn't know how to fix them. So one of the surgeons decided to remove a part of his hippocampus. Or remove basically the entirety of his hippocampus to see what would happen.
Right.
Basically, he just thought, alright, we don't know what else to do. Let's just fucking cut a little chunk out of your brain and see what happens. And his seizures stopped, but he also couldn't form any more memories. Yet he could remember everything basically before the operation. And he could still talk, walk, and he could still learn things. He can learn how to play the guitar. It's just that he would never remember actually learning how to, because he can't form the memories.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so now we know the hippocampus
is not just short term, but long term. All memories just fucked.
His short term is fine.
Short term is
within 10 minutes, you can talk to him and be like, he'll remember your name. You leave the room, 5 minutes later, you come in, he's gonna be like, hello. You're gonna be like, hey. He's gonna be like, what?
That's nuts.
And he lived a good life, he was being studied. He was very friendly to all the scientists, from what I've read, and they loved him. But he's basically the reason why we know the hippocampus is what's responsible for the memory. And then since then, we've been doing animal studies and slices of dead hippocampus. We've been looking at that, and that's why we know memory. We don't know anything else because no one else has fucking removed any other part of.
Well, what about the lobotomist? That was a big thing a while ago. You remember a while ago, if someone was acting crazy, they'd just be like, let's make a little cut right in your brain, and it would usually stop however crazy they're acting, make them very docile. You ever heard of lobotomy?
Oh yeah, I've heard of it. I don't really know the full logistics of it.
I don't know how it works either. I know a lot of times it was used on it was very sexist thing. They're like, oh, your woman is acting hysterical.
Oh, I've heard of that actually. Yeah, I think I've seen it in BoJack Horseman.
Oh yeah, it was in BoJack.
Holy shit! I actually never researched that, but I'm assuming they just kind of cut into the frontal lobe, because the frontal lobe is responsible for a lot of our cognitive processes, such as creativity, shit like that. Obviously, it's not just the frontal lobe; it's a lot of our brain. I don't want to get too technical right now. Don't want to say something that's not true.
Right.
But that's probably what they do. They just go in and slice something.
It's not a current thing. It's very much discredited.
Yes.
So I don't even know if they're slicing the right part. But they found something that would make people calm down. They're like, this is the part you cut to make them not. Yeah. Anyway, fucking brains.
Yeah, brains are interesting.
Yeah, it's like a lot of studies on brains are more like philosophical, right? Like when you think of like when I think of brain studies, I think more of like people getting into like the nature of thought or like the nature of the human experience, something like that. But you're more interested in like what parts of the brain do what.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah. I want to see how things work. The way we actually do that nowadays is we either like do experiments on rats and we breed them somehow. Like we develop a certain gene in them, and then they live a life, and then we cut up their brains and see what's in them. Or we take hippocampal or like I don't know brain slices. We basically preserve a brain and then we slice a tiny bit of it and then we run electromagnetic impulses for it, and that's basically how a normal brain works. And we're looking at what neurons activate, what don't activate, and then build our hypothesis from there.
Oh yeah. Do you remember like what was the original thing that got you interested in neuroscience?
Honestly, dude, I actually nothing really interested me in it that much. Like I always liked psychology.
Right.
Then I wanted to do computer science, but then I realized after like taking a few classes that I don't actually want to do it for a living. Switched my major to cognitive science so I can still do some coding on the side, but not have to dedicate my whole life to it. And there, I just found a lot of interesting classes and very great professors, and I talked to them a lot. I think I made like pretty good friends.
Hell yeah.
One of the professors actually, like when I got into grad school, I called him. I said like, hey, you got into grad school, and he was like, he congratulated me. Like, I asked about his kids. He asked about my girlfriend. It was pretty funny. But I think it's just I don't know. You find an interesting class, then it just inspires you. I feel like that's why that's the thing with a lot of things. Like you just get inspired with the smallest things possible.
Yeah.
And it's like it's kind of like it's crazy how like you can some people can see it as if it was a coincidence. Like whatever happened at a certain point like inspired you to do this and to do that. That's basically like how people meet. Imagine like your parents. How did they meet?
School.
In school, imagine them were in a different class, some shit like that. He would have never been born.
Actually, I think they met after school, but they had gone to the same school.
What if they didn't go to the same school because his mom wanted to live on the coast?
Right, it'd be like one less commonality.
Yeah, and then they don't have sex, they don't have you.
It's the whole like butterfly flapping its wings creates a tornado in China. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
One tiny thing leads to like the next slightly bigger thing.
Yeah, I think that's just always fascinated me about that. No, I mean like not just the butterfly effect, but just like actual reality of it here. Like it's not like you just gonna kill a butterfly and something will happen, but like sometimes like the connections we make and the decisions we make, it's purely just because we took an opportunity that like we didn't put much thought in.
I think for me, like a lot of times, like the times I've seized like the most opportunity are like I didn't realize what I was doing at the time. Like it ended up being like there'll be like something that turns out to be like a huge turning point in my life, and at the time I'm just going with the flow, but then I look back and I go, if I just took like you know what I'm saying, like one left turn or whatever the fuck, and everything is different.
Yeah,
that blows my mind.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know, like life's pretty crazy, man.
Life is pretty crazy.
That's why I try to go with the flow. I feel like if you go with the flow, you just kind of float. Whatever happens happens.
Float on.
You're happy. And you're happy because you're always yourself, and you're happy because whatever happens, it's all you. You're going with the flow.
Yeah, I think a lot of people miss that. You gotta live in the now,
Yeah,
like,
my parents for sure, dude. Always living in the future. I remember we'd go on trips and they'd plan the whole fucking trip out. We'd be like, all right, 2 days in here, walk around here, like hotel here, la-di-la-di-la-di-la-di-la. I'd hate that.
I fucking hate that too.
Yeah, I would just this knowing like that we have to be home by a certain time or be like in a restaurant by a certain time so we can do something else before it's nighttime. It's just always
like if I'm going somewhere to have fun, like I don't want to think about boom, like next is this, now this, now this.
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
And if we miss this, then we can't do that. It's like no, like it's just
You travel much?
A little bit.
That's nice.
I went to Italy a couple years back. That was pretty fun.
Where in Italy?
Spent 3 days in Rome.
Okay.
3 days in Florence. 3 days in Venice. Boom, boom, boom.
Nice. Venice
Went
is
back
nice
to
too.
Rome for a night.
I feel like Venice, one thing about it is like it's just always filled with tourists. Right?
Yeah.
That's-
Very
that's
much
what
tourist
sucks.
town.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the people who actually have to live in Venice.
Right.
They're probably so sick of tourists.
I mean, like, they're gonna be, the city's gonna be underwater in like fucking not very long. Dude.
Yeah.
I feel like most
That's
people who are
hard,
from
man.
Venice, they're like, all right, time to leave. You know?
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, is the property value going down?
People who are in Venice are there for the money. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think
For the money, where's the money coming
the place is literally drowned in tourists.
from?
All of them, it's supported by tourism. If there was no tourism in Venice, it would be under the water right now. I'm not lying. Like
Alright.
already, like if they have one little, like they have the whole system set up so the water doesn't rise, and if one of them fails, like the whole city's in 6 inches of water.
Sure.
If all of them fail, you know.
6 inches not that much.
Right, it's not. It's not. But the people, some of them have to live there, right?
Yeah. No, actually,
Nikita's like, I could go there for a night. I could stand 60 inches. And people every night they're squeezing their socks out, bro.
I've heard what they actually do is that like the first floor in all the buildings is not occupied. It's just empty space in case water goes in.
Right.
So everyone lives on the second, third floor.
It's a crazy way to live, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that you don't drive a car, you drive a boat there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
drive
nice.
a boat to work.
Both work. Yeah, it is cool. It's like the most walkable city I've ever been to.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part. Is my friend and I, we just walked all the way around the city.
Mm-hmm.
Like we did like several laps because he had like this whole list of things.
Several laps.
Oh yeah, no, 'cause we went everywhere, bro. Like it's like, all right, let's walk this way, and it was like across the island, but the island's not that big. It's like a 2-hour walk.
Nice.
So I very much like places that are walkable.
Nice.
That's why I like San Francisco, very walkable city.
Yeah, San Francisco is very walkable.
Davis is pretty walkable.
It's very walkable. Apart from like some highways.
Yeah,
Right.
highways, they don't like you walking on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish we could ride a bike on them. Honestly,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think the one road in Davis that is my least favorite. Well, that's actually not so bad anymore. But it's probably like Pole Line.
Pole line.
Like the bridge.
Interesting.
The bridge on Pole Line.
You don't like the bridge?
I don't know. I mean, actually, I like it now, but originally, it always like fucking creeped me out because you have to walk, basically, on the highway, almost.
Over the highway.
Well, yeah, but no, I mean like it's not a highway, but it's bridge,
Bridge.
2 huge lanes.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a driving and walking. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Why does that creep you out though?
It doesn't creep me out. It's just I don't know. I was never looking forward to walking it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to walk over that.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like
yeah.
an adventure.
Yeah,
You gotta build up
basically.
to it. You know?
Yeah, it's very nice at night when you're like
Mhm.
blasting some Frank Ocean or something.
Oh yeah.
In your
yeah.
headphones, and then you just look over the highway, and it's all
Mhm.
these fucking cars going somewhere. There's a train driving by. That's nice.
Yeah,
But if
my-
it's during the day in like this fucking weather, bro.
Mhm.
Can we talk about Davis weather? I hate it. It sucks. I'm from Australia, and I fucking despise this weather. It's way too hot, and it's just I don't know. My head hurts during the day. Like I sit in my room. My head starts hurting just because it's so hot. My AC doesn't work. Davis
AC
doesn't have
doesn't
AC.
work. Ah,
Like I mean,
shit.
like my AC works, but does it really though? It's blowing air, but where is it going? And then because it's so fucking hot outside, I have to keep my window closed, and so I'm not getting any fresh fucking air. I don't know, man. I'm tired by the end of the day, and I've just been sitting all day.
Davis summers are about the summer nights.
Yes.
You know.
No, that's true. I do really enjoy the nights.
Mhm.
I have a cat.
You got a cat.
And he loves walking.
He likes
at night.
walking.
And he loves walking with me. So
So you walk
sometimes,
with him?
yeah, I just
Oh,
he
shit.
kind of follows me. It's kind of like he knows the place where I live at, but he gets very excited when I walk with him, and so I just bring my speaker, maybe like a beer, and I just walk around the apartment complex
Mhm.
and into different alleys and stuff, and he just follows me along, and it's like 11, 12. That's a good feeling for sure. Like 12
12.
at midnight in this
Midnight.
weather, it doesn't get so bad.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
the thing is, like, it's not always midnight, Like, we don't live during the midnight hours.
That's true, man. It's not always midnight. If only it was.
Yeah, that would suck,
Would it?
Well, all your plants would die, that's for sure.
Yeah, you're thinking too big picture, bro.
Alright, what do you mean, like, just stop the clock?
Stop the clock.
Just imagine it's midnight?
I feel like stop the clock right now, so you can still see. The sun's like just about to set.
Sure.
Or it's like just past setting.
Maybe like 20 minutes before this.
20 minutes before this?
Perfect, yeah. Cause
The plants would still die, though.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, yeah, but we don't thinking that deep. I mean.
Yeah.
What are these cigarettes made from?
CBD, bro.
Well, yeah, no, CBD, yeah, chemicals, whatever, but what are they actually made from?
It's like it's weed without THC in it. That's what it is.
So, it's actually weed with all the THC extracted.
No,
They
it's like
grew
been
weed.
bred that way, you know?
Oh.
It's like, GMOs and shit, bro.
They bred a perfectly healthy weed plant
So
to
many.
make this.
Hemp used to be huge before it was like... Before weed was criminalized and like made a scapegoat.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Like hemp was something you make ropes out of.
Right, yeah.
Right? So...
But did people smoke hemp back then?
People... Yeah, see, but hemp is like the part of weed that's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need to... What is hemp? I need some clarification.
I'm really not the person to
Not
ask.
the person to ask? Alright.
But these say hemp cigarettes on it, so that's what made me think
Alright,
of
yeah,
that.
maybe I want to look
Like,
this up.
it could be like the same hemp passed down. You know
Yeah?
what I'm saying?
Is this... We're basically smoking ropes, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
hell
Cool.
yeah. Smoke some ropes,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
Smoke
Yeah, I
some
know.
ropes.
I've heard that they actually, like, hemp is, like, easier and more sustainable to grow in paper.
Mhm.
And so if we just write on hemp, it would save millions of fucking trees and water. Billions of gallons of water.
Yeah, I read that and then I think, like, who's writing that? Probably the people who want to make money on hemp paper. That's what it sounds like.
Maybe, yeah, but at the same time, if you have to put in less resources to grow hemp, than to grow, like...
No, if it's true, then yeah, we should do it.
I mean, surely whatever you read on the internet can't be false, right?
I've never read something on the internet that was false. That's true. That's 100% fact. You convinced me.
Guess we'll see. You know the one thing I fucking hate? That's like papery. Speaking of paper.
Papery.
I hate receipts.
Oh, receipts suck.
Receipts fucking suck. Not only does no one need them, because you can just email yourself your fucking receipt. They're also made out of plastic.
Yes.
They're made out of plastic.
They're
I
bad.
mean, it's like, they don't decompose.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we have them? Why do we get rid of straws, of plastic straws, but still give another person a receipt?
It's a great point.
I hate receipts with passion.
I usually see people always try and hand me receipts, and I always say no. I don't want your
Right,
receipt.
yeah.
But
And
it's not like saving the receipt. They still print it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
automatic.
And you know why? It's because the policy is that, in most cases at least, they don't give you a receipt, and you can call the manager and get what you got for free because your transaction wasn't finalized. It's like kind of like a stamp.
I have seen that.
You do that with like a restaurant somewhere. Like one of my friends in like Russia, he did that once because he didn't give a receipt, and he got his like entire $30 meal for free.
It sounds like your friend's a scammer.
No, it is. I mean, like, yeah, it's because like the waiter just fucking forgot to give him a receipt. Like. And I hate that about society. There's so many small
like
things I hate
receipts.
about society. I don't want to sound like joke.
No, tell me another thing.
I
hearing
love society. All right, well let me
Yeah.
think of stuff.
Well, you can say things you like too.
No, I mean like okay. I like the fact that I feel like it depends on the culture, but I like the fact that here people are just nice to each other. Like I feel like here we just say hi to people and wave at people, fucking strangers we don't know. Like how you doing? You know?
It's interesting.
How you going? But what I do hate, is that I lost it. I lost it.
I was gonna say, my
so
friend
much room.
he moved here from the East Coast, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says he hates it here because everyone here is like fake nice.
Oh,
Right? Like they're
okay.
nice up front, like you said, they say hi to you, and like they pretend to care about your shit. But when it comes down to it, this is according to him, like people, at least on the West Coast, this is all him. But he's like, yeah, they don't really give a shit. And
No,
people on the
yeah.
East Coast, they'll tell you fuck you to your face, but they actually care about you.
No, I know what you mean. See, no, what I meant is like people you don't actually know at all, like strangers saying hi to you.
That's
But
what
in
I'm
a
saying.
way, I agree with him. I don't think it's that much of a thing in Davis or NorCal. But I definitely met some people from like fucking SoCal and Orange County and shit like that who are just like, they're so in your face. They're like, oh my god, girl, like, holy shit, you talking to him or some shit like that. And I'm just like, and then I hear them talking shit about their friends behind their back, and I'm like, bitch, what is I feel like it's more of a SoCal thing. But then again, I don't know. I'm not from LA.
Yeah.
But that's
I haven't
just,
spent much time here.
I've seen people from LA, and like I've seen most of the people who are fake are from SoCal.
SoCal. Fuck SoCal.
Fuck SoCal.
Yeah.
Nice beaches. That's about it.
They do have nice beaches there.
There's Hollywood too.
Good
You can afford to live
concerts.
there. You can go
Good
to concerts
music.
in San Francisco.
Yeah, it's true. San Francisco's good. People forget about San Francisco.
You know, there's a lot of great artists out of San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Green Day, they were from Berkeley. You know?
Are they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Green Day.
Yeah. My dad, whenever I talk about San Francisco, Berkeley, he always tells me like, "Do you know Green Day's from Berkeley?"
Mm.
This always reminds me like, "You're so fucking lucky to be in California right now."
Dang, he's a big Green Day fan.
No, I mean like
that's
he's
like across. It's all the way down there. You know, he's in Australia. Like it's
Yeah.
on the other side, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta go all the way around.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't say that about other people, you know. Well, like
I mean, he does.
who else does he like? What's his top?
His stuff, I don't
Yeah.
know. honestly, like,
Just Green Day.
he likes punk rock. No, he's not Green Day's not that favorite, but like
Mhm.
you know, they're great. You know, I know he likes the Cure, the Doors, Pink Floyd,
Doors.
shit like that. But he likes punk rock a lot.
Punk rock.
I know that for sure.
You think that's influenced the music you make?
Honestly, I don't know. Like sometimes I think about it because I don't really like. Sometimes these Sam Smith songs and they're okay, but they just sound very overproduced, like radio hits that they're
Right.
trying to play to like 30, 40-year-old dudes.
I like
That's what
stuff
it
that sounds
sounds
more
like.
rough. You know, like you said,
Yeah,
overproduced.
exactly.
Like it, if it
Like, it's
sounds
just-
like it's ready for the radio, it's not as good.
Exactly. It's just
Mhm.
loud and everything is like, I don't know. I don't like it that
Mhm.
much. Like even if the idea is good, there's nothing funky about it. You know, I like post-punk,
Post-punk.
ironically, but post-punk is like, basically it's a genre where it sounds completely different to punk. Where I think the reason why it's called post-punk is because it has the same drum beat of like punk, where they have really fuzz drums, right?
Mhm.
But you know how in punk it's very aggressive and it's like, you know, they're very angry and there's like a huge distorted guitar. In post-punk it's like just something mellow, but the drums are very fast and there's like a bass line and maybe like a guitar solo, but it's
Mhm.
actually like the person is just talking into the
Oh, he's
microphone.
talking.
You know,
Nice.
like most of the time he's
I
not
do
actually
like that.
screaming.
I like it when it's talking and then it builds up a little bit, and you get like a little bit of emotion, and then it comes back.
Yeah.
Ebb and flow. I like that a lot.
Exactly, yeah.
Mhm.
What do you like? What are you listening to nowadays? Maybe I can interview you for your podcast.
It's been a while since I've listened to a good song. Fuck.
That sucks.
The reason
man.
why I
What do
ask
you do all
people,
day?
my favorite question to ask people is like, "What's the song that's stuck in your head right now?" Because I'm always searching for that song.
Do you have a song stuck in
Yeah.
your head right now?
I don't know if I do.
No, that's alright. That's
Hmm.
okay. Yeah, I have a post-punk song. stuck in my
Bullshit.
head.
Jen Aiko. Gene? You know what I'm talking about? Jene.
Oh,
Aiko.
that bitch. Yeah, I've heard of her.
BS. Yeah.
Just good. Just good.
It's featuring.
I don't know.
Sam.
I haven't heard that
Back
song.
up on my bullshit.
Never heard it.
Ba-na-na-na.
I know she's
Yeah, that
good though.
song's
Wasn't
good.
she dating Big Sean?
Who
Or
knows?
am I wrong?
I try and stay far away from that shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get sucked in and I'm like, fuck, what are you doing? And I just run back
Yeah, that's
out.
why I try.
Yeah.
That's why I try to avoid TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok.
really.
See, gotta let the algorithm learn you, bro.
No, yeah, no, I know. I'm trying to, but I'm not always there.
If you're
'Cause it's-
seeing that, bro, then you secretly want to see it.
like I go on TikTok sometimes just so I can improve my algorithm, but it
Oh,
still
yeah.
shows me like the most basic ass shit, you know.
Mhm.
That's why for the longest time I stayed away from TikTok because I thought it's all basic shit. But
Right.
then my friends who I have very good, very similar to mine
Mhm.
sense of humor, they told me that they love TikTok, and it's just
Right.
because they've been on there for so long that their algorithm has learned them. And all the fucked up humor bullshit that they're into. They don't
Mhm.
have like any girls dancing on TikTok. They don't have any challenges. They just have like hilarious shit. And I don't have that yet. And
If
I
you
don't.
see a girl dancing, you just swipe up.
No, I know I do that, but it's just like if I see 4 posts in a row which are boring, like I mean,
Oh yeah, I
kind
feel
of
it.
wasting my time, you know.
I don't know. I think I'm more like, I just kind of lock in a little bit more. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. No, that's good though. You're wasting less time.
Yeah.
How do you feel? What do you use to fill your time? Especially now, summer.
So
You know, what have you been doing?
I've been studying a lot. Last
Mhm.
week has been cancer. It's been terrible because I'm taking 3 classes in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking a stats course, and I don't want to go into my fucking bullshit, but it's just basically I'm taking one really hard math course, and it's really interesting. I love math, and it's like very abstract math. It's like number theory and sets and shit, but it just takes a lot of thinking. And so what I do all day is I either study all day because I have to, or I'm taking a break because it's one of those days where I don't have to study. So I just, I don't know, play League of Legends, go on a walk, eat, make some food. I made like pretty good pasta the other day. It was
hell yeah.
nice.
That was the other thing I forgot I wanted to talk to you about. But
Food?
you are like really into like cooking.
Yeah.
You know?
I love cooking.
And so we made pasta once. We
Yeah, we
put the
did.
wrong breadcrumbs on it. Remember that?
Yes.
Lemon pepper bread.
Lemon pepper. It wasn't a pasta. It was mac and cheese. To
Oh, yeah.
clarify. But
There's
yeah.
pasta in mac and cheese.
Alright.
But you're like, no, separate.
It was good. It
Mhm.
was good. I
I like
actually made that in a recipe.
How did you
Same
like it?
recipe. It was really good. I made it
'Cause you
for
found it.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, for our Friendsgiving
Mhm.
with my housemates. In when's Friendsgiving, like December, and they all loved it. Like it was a hit, and it took me like an hour or two with the baking process. It wasn't that difficult.
I tried it again, but I had problems with tempering the egg. I ended up overcooked and like really, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no. You see, I tempered the egg when
Yeah.
you went and got like your pans because we didn't have a pan.
I had to go and get them.
And so I tempered the egg myself, and I was like trying my best to not fuck it up. So I googled all the techniques for it,
Nice.
and that's why I did it.
I thought it came out really well that time. Like I said, the second time I ended up more like baked. You know, the egg was very much cooked.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
Again, nobody likes eggy mac and cheese.
Right. You know, I like eggs, but mac and cheese with eggs.
I do love eggs. I feel like not enough people eat eggs.
Mhm.
People are scared of the cholesterol, but it's
The
actually
cholesterol.
it's not even like, you know, we recently found that the link between cholesterol, like in our blood, and the dietary cholesterol is wrong. Like it's different types of cholesterol.
Yeah, at this point, I'm convinced like anybody who talks about diet has no idea what the fuck they're
Yeah,
talking about.
most of the time.
You
Yeah.
know, people are just like, oh, this works for me, and I go, oh, that's great. Maybe I'll try it, but I eat what I like. Try and stay healthy.
Yeah, no, it's just as long as you exercise and eat your veggies, I feel like you can fucking eat however you want. I don't do some of those things sometimes. You know,
Right,
I haven't exercised in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
But
That's
I mean, like a
probably better
walk
than me.
doesn't count as an exercise.
Walk definitely counts.
All right, well,
You know? But it doesn't really count.
Yeah, that's what I need.
But you can always say when walking, you feel. It's a little
No,
good.
yeah, it makes you feel good. But I mean, like, you know, actually, I haven't been exercising that much. But I still feel like no matter whatever you eat, as long as you don't eat too much, like, you know, too many calories, and you have some veggies in there, and you exercise, you're gonna be healthy. If you have that lifestyle, you're gonna be healthy for the rest of your life.
Like, I think when people are eating unhealthily, they know they're eating unhealthily, right?
Yeah.
Like, if someone's just eating, like, fucking cakes and, like, ice cream and shit,
Yeah.
like, straight fucking pizza, like, they're not like, oh, this is good for me. They're never saying that.
Yeah,
right?
no, yeah, it's like the whole argument about, like, you know, fat people. I remember Ricky Gervais brought it up. It's like, you know, I feel like calling someone fat became, like, such a, like, you know, kind of taboo thing to say.
Right. I
But
like
it's
calling people who obviously, like, are working out, I like calling them fat. People who are like, you know they're fit, but then you go, what's this going on right here, buddy? Like,
yeah, that's good. That should bring that ego down. I
Yeah,
respect
exactly.
That. I respect that.
like, you catch them looking in the mirror and you're like, oh, you got a little extra. Like,
yeah, right here, right by the armpit, bro. You gotta get rid of that. Yeah, no. I mean, I don't really. I hate people who fat shame, but I also feel like it shouldn't be an insult just to call someone fat to describe them. You know, if you call someone fat, like you dumb fat, like bitch, the insult is dumb and bitch, not really fat.
But you know the one that lands is the fat. Like,
Well-
she's not gonna care about the dumb or the bitch part. She's
Why
gonna
not?
care about the fucking.
But that's
I guess it depends on.
But that's the
person.
one thing I feel like you could change if you really are fat. Like I mean, I'm not perfect. I know, like people can call me fat. I'll be like, I need to lose 3 pounds.
I do need,
But you know, like it's something you can change. It's not like people are just like you said, like out of nowhere they're just like they're eating, you know, like ice cream, pizza, cakes, and then oh wait, where did all this come from?
I think a lot of it is denial and like the human condition, which is like narcissism. People are like, this is who I am. Like, I can't. You want me to lose weight? That's a different person. I want to be me.
You think so?
Yeah, people are like,
Man.
I don't know.
See, I don't know either, but I have no fucking clue. But I still believe that if you really if you're afraid of being called fat, then just lose the fat. It's obviously it's not like a 1-day process, but
Right.
like even if you put in
Hard
the
work.
work, people are gonna see it. I'm gonna like respect you. Like
Right.
you know, I feel like when I was younger, and I was chubby when I was younger. I started going to the gym with my friend. My friend was extremely skinny, but he started going to the gym because he was so skinny it was embarrassing.
So you guys started.
Yeah.
You were chubby. He was skinny, and then you kind of met in the middle.
Yeah. We were good friends before we went to the gym, but we
Yeah,
decided, you know, we're gonna go to the gym and bought this huge fucking thing of protein.
Hell
It was
yeah.
hilarious. But it gave me so much acne. Dude. So much fucking acne. But yeah, we started going, and at first I thought like, you know, like fuck, like I wasn't fat, but I was like this chubby like 16-year-old dude going to the gym. I was a bit like, you know, scared. I was a bit embarrassed. I was like,
The starting out point in the gym is the hardest.
Yeah, because it was like.
And then you realize that nobody gives a single fuck.
Yeah, and
shit.
that's the thing. One of the dudes actually, like, he was like all these buff dudes, like just actually working themselves out. You know, I can see they've been going to the gym for so long, and I'm like, man, they probably think I'm a fucking like bitch ass.
No, they fucking love you. Dude.
Yeah, and then one of them went up to me, and 'cause he was like a regular. I saw him maybe like every other day that I went, and he came up to me and said like, hey, I see you here around like more often now. I appreciate it. You keep going out with the work. And I was just like, my heart just dropped. I was the happiest kid on earth at that moment in time. I was like, wow, this man is really like just telling me to be myself. You know, I feel like that's the thing with all fat people. Like, you're not going to fucking shame a fat person who's trying to lose fat. You're going to encourage them.
Yeah. You gotta encourage them.
Yeah, I would for sure encourage them. I'd be like, even if I saw a fucking like, this huge fucking like 400-pound male just running down the street, I'd be like, good on you.
You know what I think the other thing is? It's not just about like narcissism, right? Well, I think it all does come back to narcissism, but people think that like fat shaming is gonna be the thing. Like they think if they like really punch somebody in the face enough, they're gonna be like, I don't like being fat anymore, and they're just gonna like get, you know, they're gonna start working out, they're gonna start eating.
No,
right.
that's true. Yeah,
Some people think that.
No, I agree with you completely. I feel like fat shaming is completely wrong, like because like.
So like the people who are fat shaming, they think they're helping, or some of them do. I don't know.
Yeah, no, some of them
yeah.
do. Like sometimes I go through like the Facebook comments of people and they just like arguing with each other and they just calling each other fat.
Right.
It doesn't help anything, you know, like because it's like even from like a creative point of view, it's not an original insult. Like people have been calling like your mom fat before you like your granddad was born, you know.
Well, the interesting thing is like being fat, like it becomes more desirable like in different times as well. Like now we live in like a time where
That's true.
Like the cheapest foods are the foods that aren't super healthy for you.
That's true, yeah.
So it's not hard to get like more calories or whatever that you need, and being sedentary isn't hard either. So you have to actually work to like look and feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like say you're living 300 years ago, right? Everyone's poor and skinny.
True.
So being fat is now something like, wow, you're fat. Like that's crazy.
Right,
you
yeah.
got hella money. You got access to good tasting food.
That's true.
Like you're living like this cool life.
Yeah, I've heard in Greece like being fat is like
Still
a good thing.
I don't know. Maybe.
No, not in Greece. Still, no, like in ancient Greece.
Ancient
nobody
Greece.
cares about current Greece. That's
Yeah, what's going on in current Greece for real?
Which you know what I realized is that kind of my biggest fucking surprise, one of the biggest surprises coming to America is that vegetables are so expensive.
Vegetables.
The vegetables are
Really?
so expensive. Like, you know, I need to pay $3 for a fucking zucchini. Like, are you kidding me?
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's
I don't buy
crazy.
enough vegetables, like really, but like the vegetables are usually the same. There hasn't been like a spike. But you said so
No,
Australia. There's a lot of cheaper vegetables there?
Yes, for Australia and Russia.
What's
like,
the price difference?
I
What are
don't
we talking?
remember, bro. But I remember being able to like afford vegetables very easily.
Mm-hmm.
And here I want to make like I don't know.
Here
I want to
there's,
make ratatouille, right? Let's say I remember
Ratatouille.
making ratatouille with my
Yeah,
girlfriend like a few months ago. Went to the store to get like just all the vegetables you need: bell peppers, onions, garlic, and zucchini, eggplant, basically, and squash. Shit came out to like $20, which was insane to me. Like, how can
Right.
you like how is that?
And how long?
$20? $20 is like it's incredible. It's like
It's too much.
that's
I agree with you. 100%.
that's like 4.5 pounds of chicken. But hey, you're just buying vegetables. Vegetables
straight
are not
vegetables.
expensive. They weren't even organic vegetables. You know? Like, do you believe that organic vegetables taste better? I'm not criticizing or anything. I'm just
Not
asking.
necessarily. I think that people who argue that are valid. It's like if people who smoke organic weed, you're like, oh, your shit has pesticides in it, I can't touch that. It's like, sure, dude, like, you might be right. I don't know. Like,
See, I think for me it's not about the pesticides. Like, I mean, I don't think like if there were still pesticides in the fucking food, they wouldn't be approved by the FDA. Sometimes I think
they use
organic stuff.
pesticides. Yeah, 100%.
Sometimes I think pesticides. I mean, yeah, but you don't taste them. You know, like cleaned of pesticides.
You're supposed to wash them out.
Yeah.
You gotta rinse them out.
Sometimes organic stuff does taste better.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, but I do disagree with people who say that it has to be organic or I'm not buying it. Because,
Right.
I mean, like, the whole argument of GMOs a few years ago. GMOs are great because they make food much, much cheaper for those who actually need to grow food but don't have that much income.
Yeah, people ignore that like all fucking vegetables are GMOs to this point.
Yeah.
Like, you can put a sticker on it, but it doesn't change what it is.
Yeah. Speaking of stickers, you know that food stickers are edible? Like the shit you see on the
Alright,
apple?
let's go back a little bit.
Sorry.
You eat food stickers. That's what I just heard. That's what I
No,
just
I don't eat them.
heard.
But I just thought about it one day. Like, what if you're blind, right? And you're trying to cut your apple. You don't have you're a caretaker. Like, if blind people have caretakers, there's no home. You know what an apple feels like.
Do
You know what an
all,
apple
probably
feels
all
like.
blind people have
They're edible. In
They're
case
edible?
you eat it by accident.
Are they
they're
healthy
edible.
for you? Like, got
I'm
some
sure
vitamins in
they're
there?
not fucking healthy for you. No, but I mean, fun fact.
It doesn't feel edible. Like
No, yeah, it's a special type of paper. It's not regular paper.
It feels like the chemically treated paper. You know that like.
Well, it's food coloring. You know.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I
Food
want to
coloring is
eat that.
Food coloring is edible. And I mean,
This
obviously,
is
you don't
not
want
an
to eat that.
official endorsement.
What I'm
to eat
saying
this.
is,
Nikita eats fucking stickers.
what I'm saying is, if you eat it, you're not gonna die. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. All right.
Besides the fact, like like we've been eating paper since we were like 6 years old. Man. Have you
Mhm.
never eaten a piece of paper when you were like in first grade?
No, I remember there were kids who ate paper and they're like, try it. And I tried it and I was like, why the fuck are you
Yeah.
doing it?
It's kind of like the wow factor, you know. It's like why people swallow.
Yeah, it's like,
fucking
what are you eating on? Some paper, bro? I got some like orange.
Yeah, you're that fucking hungry, bro. Like you're getting abused, man. Like.
But they start coming out with the different flavors, bro. It's like, yo, we got construction paper here. We got fucking lime green.
Dude, have
we
you
got
ever,
red.
you ever smoked out of those fucking like flavored papers?
No, people
They,
were
like-
telling me about that though.
They're very popular in Australia. Sometimes we'd roll cigarettes out of them.
Okay.
It's just like strawberry, blue, raspberry, orange. That shit tasted delicious. Yeah, cigarette became like amazing just because of the paper.
See, that's what they're afraid of. They don't want that shit here, man. They're like, that'll get the kids on it, bro.
Yeah, I guess I would be able to eat it, but I feel like eating it would be like too chemical. You know, it tastes too chemically.
I remember I would go to this old elementary school in town right before they closed it down. It's called Valley Oak Elementary. And every time I'm driving by there, like with some old townies, like my dad's a teacher, so he knows people, right?
Mm.
So I just meet someone like, oh, that's the smoke spot, and it's where all the kids who are fucking. That blew my mind. It's like there's just a bunch of kids like fucking 20 years ago, not even that long ago, who just there's one area that they like. If you're gonna smoke, you're gonna smoke here.
That's cool.
You know
That's
what I'm
cool.
saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. That kind of blew my mind.
Yeah, I mean, people everyone is a teenager at some point, man.
Mhm.
But that's cool. Yeah, I know what you mean. I
Fuck
feel like
cigarettes.
sometimes I look back on like places I've been at,
Mhm.
like where I would have parties, like in Australia. I remember I lived in this area called Red Hill.
Red Hill,
Yeah,
Australia.
so part of it is kind of like a suburb. Part of it is very bougie. Part of it is extremely ghetto. I lived like on my street, like the buildings across from me, they were ghetto.
Mhm.
They were just like these garages. Sometimes I would wake up at 2 a.m. because there's police sirens.
Mhm.
But my house wasn't like a ghetto house.
Your house
it
was
was
cool.
it was a right house, you know. It
The
was
one
like
next
it
to
wasn't
you-
bougie. Yeah. It wasn't bougie, but it wasn't like trashy. You know, it was a regular fucking house. And we have this park in Red Hill called the Red Hill.
The Red Hill.
Fuck. Well, I actually don't remember what the actual hill was called.
Okay, but there's a hill, and
Yeah.
you just throw parties at the hill.
Yeah, we would literally throw parties at the hill. And those were the funnest parties, I feel like, of my fucking teenage years, including like frat parties at the age of 19. And it was so fun, fucking getting drunk on the hill, and then someone would just fall down and roll down the whole hill.
Well, you're at the top of the hill.
Yeah, we were at the top of the hill.
You
That
go to
was
the
it.
top.
Yeah, you
go
go to
meet
the
at
top.
the top of the hill.
There's a campfire. We have speakers.
Oh,
Everyone's dancing.
That
We have
sounds sick,
we have a
actually.
wine bag. Everyone's getting fucked up. Someone brought weed, and then these fucking few of my friends I remember like they'd be like making out with a girl, and they just go down towards like beneath the hill, That's where
Go under
everyone's.
the hill.
That's where the head part of the hill gets. Like
The head.
You get head basically.
Oh, the head hill.
Yeah.
It's like heading down to the head.
Basically.
That's a synonym for bathroom. Oh, I guess it works. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Just it was a lot of
tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
who fucking came up with that word, dude? I feel like teenagers and kids nowadays are so creative with their memes and their fucking words.
Well, I think a lot of it is just rediscovering old shit.
Well, yeah, but have you ever heard the word tomfoolery before the new kids? Okay.
For new kids?
Yeah. Because I have never heard tomfoolery until like people younger than me started posting about it on Twitter.
I'm not even active on Twitter. Like, I don't know where I first heard that, but it's always just said ironically, like, fucking tomfoolery. It's like some snobby shit, you know? Like, you're like, tomfoolery going on. It's like, you think you're better than that, you know?
Well, yeah, of course. But, like, I mean, everything is ironic, you know? That's why it's funny.
The world is ironic. Shit. Fuck, okay.
Yeah, let's move on to the next part of this conversation.
Oh, you were talking about the hill. That reminds me, like, there used to be this organization or this group of people. It's called Puda at 9. It was at the high school. You meet at 9. Puda. It was like Friday nights. I never went, but like it was just kind of like an infamous thing. Yeah. Okay. There was like a spot, like say campfire speakers type deal.
Oh, I know the spot. I think.
Yeah, there's usually like one. There might be like 2. But cool. Yeah, I think a lot of like the mystique and the fun in drinking and like going out, it starts to get less, you know, as it becomes more acceptable, you know?
That's true.
Like, I think I enjoyed drinking more than before I turned 21.
Yeah. Binge drinking, for sure.
Binge drinking, yeah. Now you're binge... You get really fucked up, people are like, come on, dude.
Yeah, my friends invite me to the bar, they're like, you want to go out? I'm like,
nah.
I
saw you at the bars like a month ago.
Yeah, a month ago, bro. That was a month ago. Have I been to the bar since?
I don't know, bro. I don't fucking know.
Bro, I remember I used to fucking drink like every other day and get extremely fucked up. Like, I remember as a freshman even, in the dorm, just every other day, like, we'll stay up till 3 a.m. drinking with my dorm mates and playing some stupid game, or, you know, getting high and just talking. You know, tomfoolery shit, right?
Tomfoolery. I don't know if that's used correctly. You can try it out.
Relax. But now it's just like, now I don't care. Like, maybe like, sometimes I do crave a beer. Yeah. But I don't crave like a shot or like music that's loud, and I don't crave dancing. I don't crave any of that shit. I just want to relax and do something I enjoy with a beer. Like, I don't know. What's your TV show? What's your movie? Like, I don't know, fucking my girlfriend comes over. I'd love if we can just like, you know, smoke and watch something and talk. Yeah. I don't want to go out, you know, fuck that. I mean, sometimes I do, but that's not always, that's rarely the case.
It's like a treat.
Yeah, it's like a treat, like, you know, yeah, exactly. Like, imagine you were giving me like a chocolate cookie every day. Eventually that shit's gonna be meaningless to you. You're gonna be sick of it maybe. But if you were given a chocolate cookie every second week as a child, you would think that shit is heaven. You would wake up every day looking forward to that cookie. Like, oh, it's just 5 days away, I'm gonna have that cookie. You know? That's the same thing with going out. I feel like, I don't know, the older we get, the more we realize how overrated going out is. Yeah. For me, at least. I don't know. I don't want to.
I mean, it is overrated. Yeah. But I don't think it's overrated by like people in our age demographic. You know.
You think so?
It's more like something that we can use to feel better about than the young people. You know. Look at them. Look at them. They like it so much. Like, we're better than that.
That's basically the figurative way of screaming freshman out of your car window.
Yeah, exactly. That's what this is.
I get it.
Freshman. Here, wait, I got this.
Thanks, man.
Here, I was gonna hand it to you, and then you went straight for the.
You got it, man. Right. That's what friendship's for. Sometimes I used to have one of those in my keychain, but now that I don't have that anymore, and sometimes no one else has a fucking bottle opener, and there's no table around to smash the can on, I just have to use my teeth.
Use your teeth.
Yeah, I can do it with my teeth.
Okay. Use your teeth. I think I met 2 other people. One of the 3 of you, I can say this for sure, is gonna chip your tooth. I don't know which one, but I know 3 people use their teeth. It cannot be good for your teeth. There's no way.
No, I mean, for sure it's not good for your teeth, but it's not like it's kind of like, you know, probability theory, right? It's an independent chance. It's not like the more you do it, the more likely you are to break it.
All it takes is if you do it wrong one time.
Exactly. Yes.
And
So-
when are you doing it? When you're fucking drunk, dude.
Or-
Like, what? Like, think about
Well, I
it.
mean, yeah. Shit, man. I guess you're right. I don't know. I met this one German guy the other day. He was hanging out with like my friends and their friends. My friends' friends and my friend knew the German guy, and he's a really nice dude. He's a very cool. Bro, gave us some really cool drinking games. He's really good at Catan.
Oh,
He
Catan.
won like a lot of games of Catan with us. But
Catan's like the anti-game. But yeah, keep going.
I love Catan. Dude. Don't you
You
fucking
would.
talk
You
shit
would.
about Catan. But what fascinated me the most about him, and that sounds kind of offensive, is that he can open a beer bottle with anything. Give him a lighter, a shovel, another
shovel?
beer bottle. Like he opens a beer bottle with another beer bottle.
That is kind of cool that he's like the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
You know, like I've met people who can do each of those things, but all together in one.
Yeah, with just anything. He literally I don't know, like you give him like the bottle doesn't even need to have a cap on. Like you give him an empty bottle, it's gonna open an
empty
unopened bottle with an empty bottle.
I don't know.
No, I swear to God, bro, he did it in front of me. I
How
asked him
many
he
bottles
does it.
did he open in front of you?
Fucking 7 at least. It was different objects. Because I mean, I kept asking him, "Can you open this for me? I don't have a bottle opener, and I don't want to use my teeth sometimes."
Right. Yeah. Sometimes.
Like, so, like, I mean, at first it's like it's also a cool party trick. Like, you know, damn, like look at me opening.
Especially if you do it really smoothly. You're like, oh, I don't have a bottle opener. Just hand it to me.
Yeah, no, literally, that's
Yeah.
exactly why I learned how to do that.
Mhm.
But it just gets tiring. Like, I
Right.
don't want to every time I drink a beer.
You just
know,
become like the tooth guy. Like, all right, give me.
I don't
want to
give it to you guys. And I'm just like, hey, can you open this for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me. Like,
It's like, ah, my tooth is sore. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it.
and you like just chew it off like.
Fucking. I don't even know where to go from here, but I feel like it should go like a little bit longer.
Yeah, we can go a
That's
little
my
longer.
feeling.
Speaking of fucking opening bottles, why is popping a champagne bottle on a ship a sign of good luck? Why would they just waste a bottle of champagne like that?
No, you smash it on the shit.
Yeah, why?
Yeah. Because it's fun to smash things, bro. You're overthinking it.
But why don't you smash an empty bottle? I don't get it.
Oh, see, it's not. You want to gush out of it. And champagne is like explosive. So like when you
Right.
smash it, it really fucking
Why
smashes.
don't you just do it with soda?
You know, you should do that.
I mean, they probably didn't have soda back in the early days, but they had champagne. I get it.
I get it.
But I feel like, I don't
But
know. Like,
now, the waste. The
like
alcohol.
it's not even the waste. It's like, wouldn't you rather drink it? Is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Unless it's some
Does anybody
disgusting
like
champagne.
champagne?
I love. Okay, so okay.
It's offending.
Champagne. No, I used to be in the same boat as you are because the only
Yeah.
champagne I've had was the cheapest fucking $6 champagne from Costco.
Oh my
And it's
God,
disgusting.
The elitist argument. All right, come on.
It's
let's
disgusting.
Hear it. Let's hear
It's
it.
disgusting.
Yeah.
I agree with you. So for the longest time I hated champagne too. But then one time, my really good friend, her boyfriend got her like a $30 bottle or $40 bottle of champagne, and it looked nice. You know, it looked a little bit fancier than a regular $6 bottle of champagne. And then he gave all of us some of that champagne, and I drank it straight. No mimosa juice, no nothing, no orange juice, no Sprite, fucking. I took a sip and it was delicious. It was delicious. It was really good. So
Yeah,
I feel like, you know, champagne is good if you actually get good champagne.
Yeah, if you're trying to change my mind, I'm willing to try $100 bottle of
All right, bro, but I'm not
champagne,
gonna
dude.
buy you.
Yeah, why would you?
Like, I wouldn't even buy myself a $100 bottle of champagne. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't hate on champagne just because cheap champagne sucks. You
Why
know?
are you hating from outside the club? Can't even get in, dude.
For real.
I fucking hate the elitist argument, bro. It's the worst.
It's not even elite. Like, I mean, $40 for a champagne bottle.
So you're saying 40 is how much you gotta spend?
Yes.
I think I've spent like 12 before.
Yeah.
It would be my top.
See,
champagne
I would
buy.
not. That's the thing. I don't drink champagne. I'm not
Mhm.
I don't love champagne. I'm not defending it because I love it. I'm defending it because I used to think the same thing you think, and then I realized I was wrong because this champagne was delicious.
Okay, what do you think about wine?
Well, I love wine.
Do you like cheap wine?
Yeah, Trader Joe's wine is actually really good.
Trader Joe's does have.
Like
good
I feel
wine.
like with wine, like the prices, they kind of like like a logarithmic graph. You know, like
Okay.
it starts out like this, and then the quality, price. Price increases. Oh wait, no, price quality.
So you're saying it's not worth it till you can spend
Yeah.
like $400 on the
Yeah,
bottle?
400. Like you know, like the reason like why $900 wine is $900 is not because it's let me do the math. Fucking 200 times better than $5 champagne. $5 wine. It's because it's
like twice as good.
it's because it's like maybe it's like it has like a certain note that only like some people will really like feel because they've been drinking wine their whole life, and it's just like it's really good in those tiny aspects when you just sit down and enjoy the wine, and not everyone can like can appreciate it, and not everyone can get it. So more than anything, you're paying for the experience of like those tiny little delicious details in a wine that you can actually understand. But if you just want to drink some wine to just hang out with your friends and like drink and get a little bit tipsy, I don't think you need to pay more than $10, $15 for a wine bottle.
Okay.
Yeah, like my favorite, I think, wine brand, ironically, Ménage à Trois.
Ménage à Trois.
I really like that.
You've
Like,
only said the name like 10 times today.
I do. No, I really like that wine there. It's delicious.
Okay.
Their red blend is amazing.
No, I
Their
think
red-
I remember you talking about it like years, like a while ago. I don't know if it was years ago, but like this is not.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
getting some
been a
deja
heck-
vu.
It's really good wine. It's really good wine. It feels like it should be $30, but it's only like $10. I'm sure it's not like a $100 bottle, and I'm sure you can find also like other good wines. But the thing is, I know Ménage à Trois is gonna be really good for the price already, so I'm just gonna keep buying that.
There you go. They've got a customer for life.
Mm-hmm. They have a really good wine.
And how they get you? They got you with the name, right? That's how
They
they
did
got
get me
you.
with the
Yeah.
name. They did get me with the name. I am
It's
a
all
victim.
in the name.
Yeah, I'm a victim.
Dang. All right, we've covered like a lot of the stuff I wanted to cover, but we've also gone way off track. Let's see. I want to talk a little about like coding. Like you said, you
Coding.
switched off of it.
Right.
Are you still passionate about like building something, like as a side project or anything like that?
Not really. I gotta
Not at all?
Like, you know, and that's the thing. Like, it's much more work than just coding some things in Python. Like, Python is really fun for like small projects and like data processing. I wrote a paper.
You wrote a paper.
With a few other of my other classmates for a class. It's unpublished, clearly, because it's for a class. But it's a full paper. It's like 15 pages. And we analyzed all of Donald Trump's tweets to see...
with an algorithm.
Yeah, with an algorithm.
Okay.
We created an algorithm ourselves. And we analyzed whether he is more insulting to women.
Oh.
And
That's okay.
guess what?
Yes.
He is.
Right.
Even though only 10% of his tweets are directed at women, because most people in politics are males, he uses much more derogatory terms when it comes to women.
What's the percentage? Like,
Oh, I don't remember. You need to look at my. I need to look at my paper.
I'm interested. Like, okay, but it was drastically more.
It wasn't
Significant.
drastically more, but I mean, like, no, that's more subjective because we just outlined what like adjectives and what words he used towards women.
Yeah, how do you quantify which words are worse?
But it's just
'Cause
like,
he's
you know,
insulting everybody.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, he would like, with women, he would just use like things that like about their appearance, or about like, you know, their like figure,
Right,
or
not good.
about their like, you know how he calls Joe Sleepy Joe, like
Sleepy
he's
Joe.
delusional.
Right.
He'd basically call Hillary Clinton a bitch, basically.
But what would he say instead of that?
I don't exactly.
You don't
remember.
know?
It's been a
Alright.
while. It's been like half a year.
So with men, it's more about like how they act. With women, it's more how they.
Yeah, I feel like
That's just society. I feel like.
But with women, it was everything.
Right. Yeah.
And so what I'm saying is like, you know, like I like coding still, but it's much more work than you think to like if you want to create an app or something or like some sort of platform like OnlyFans. OnlyFans are banning explicit content.
So you gotta create the next.
My instant idea is like, all right, like why are they doing that? Why not just like someone has to go and create a platform like OnlyFans, but just for explicit content. So because it's a win-win, right? Like the people who are posting explicit content, they're doing it independently. They don't need to find any producer, any firm, like any like, you know, like in the porn industry that's gonna like, you know, like do some shady shit or like abuse them or whatever. It's just them and their customers, no middlemen, which is great. So why not just, you know, like make another platform? So I'm thinking like, all right, if I actually want to do this, what do I need? And I realized I don't know anything. like not only do you need a huge server base, like obviously maybe I can create an app, I can design an app, whatever. Maybe create a website. It's gonna take me a bit longer because I haven't created a website in so long. But you need a server base. You need like password protection. You know, like you need protection from hacking. You need like advertising. You need payment processing. How are you gonna fucking like get people? Like you need to connect like yourself to somehow to like a payment processing center which safely converts like all the money and gives you the fee from everything. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. The crazy thing is if you take one piece out, the whole thing falls.
Exactly.
You know? It's nuts. Like, there's no advertising. All of a sudden, this idea, you put everything else is perfect. But the advertising sucks. It doesn't matter. Right? Same, goes with everything. Password protection, fucked. Yeah. Yeah, goddamn.
Basically, it's not a one-man job. Yeah. Unless you're a fucking genius who's been in the industry for like 20 years. Then maybe you can still it's still not a one-man job, but it's gonna be easier for you to like find people and just tell them like, hey, let's do this. We can do this within a month. Like I'm sure if like you get like a group of very experienced coders together, like 8 coders, they can do everything.
Is that the perfect number?
Well, 8 is a lot of people for coding. Because I mean, like if you've had 20 years of experience in the coding business, you know what you're doing. It's not that hard to write lines of code.
It's not that hard convincing them to work for you. At the end of the day.
Well, yeah, but if they're your friends and they see your idea.
Yeah. So a lot of it's like kind of manipulative, the idea space. Because you got people with ideas and you got people who know how to do shit. And the trick is get them to do the work for you.
I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying everyone there knows how to do shit and they're all doing it because they have the same idea. You speaking of another completely different thing.
No, but the nature of ideas is that 8 people can have the same idea at the same time.
Well, no, but if one person tells them the idea and he knows how to do shit, and they understand that he knows how to do shit, so they understand it's realistic, and they like his idea, we have 8 people with the same idea.
I agree with that. But here's human nature, bro, is one of those coders can be like, I'm better than these fuckers. I'm going to steal the idea, do it first, and do it better.
By himself.
By himself.
Alright.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but that's not going to happen, in my opinion. You can't just do everything like that by yourself.
Okay, maybe it's not just like narcissism, it's also paranoia. Right?
Go on.
And I think a lot of times the idea people and the people who do shit are different people.
For sure.
Like I see more I agree though. It's better if the idea person knows what the fuck they're doing.
For sure, yeah.
100%.
100%.
But that's not always the case.
Not always, no. That's when it is the case, it's
the best. Yeah.
That's why I don't really like I know a lot of people, including you. Some of my friends would like come up to me and be like, "Yo, I have this business idea, right? I have this app idea, right?"
Yeah.
It'd be some shit about like like creating an app where all your links are together. Did you suggest that to me?
Oh, it stayed in your head.
No, because
it's a good idea. It's a great idea.
The funny thing is, it's a good idea. You think because
no, it's so good.
The reason why it stayed in my head is because another one of my friends, his name's Caesar.
I want to talk about this.
He suggested. He suggested me the same fucking idea like a year before you did, and I said
it's because it's so powerful.
Yeah, but it already exists.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah, it does.
People have tried.
It's called Linktree.
Yeah, Linktree sucks. Nobody knows what Linktree is.
Yeah.
Fuck Linktree. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be Linktree, but better. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but I don't know, that mindset, I don't really...
The problem is that, like, in order to get people to work for you, and to not be able to do what the fuck it is...
They need to respect you.
They need to not only respect you, but also they need to believe that they need you for it to work. Because otherwise, why are you there?
Well, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important to know what you're doing, that kind of stuff, because otherwise the coders are going to say, no, fuck that, it's a stupid idea, then patent it by themselves.
Exactly. Fuck. Ideas are cool. You have any business ideas?
No.
No?
I'm just thinking, I'm investing into crypto.
Crypto.
That's my only idea.
For real. It's the future.
It's going up again, dude.
It is going
Bull
up.
market.
Bull market.
I am enjoying myself for sure. I am like...
Right. Anybody who tries to time the market is fucking foolish. That's my... Just buy... If you believe in it, buy it. If you don't, then stay away from it.
No, exactly, yeah. I agree with that 100%.
You can never predict when it's going up or when it's going down.
No, you cannot.
I could have told you, like, what, in March? I'm like, it's going to go up. I didn't know how far it was going to go up. I probably would have bought it at the wrong time. So I just buy a little bit.
you can't really predict it. No.
Yeah. Some people that try. Some people they do well, but it's gambling. It literally is gambling.
It is. That's what Robin Hood is all about. Yeah. You know, there's so many lawsuits. There was a kid who committed suicide because
off Robin Hood.
Off Robin Hood because he put in like
R.I.P.
Yeah, I think it's some. I'm not really good with options. I only trade like in real time. I don't do options.
Are like, that's the real fucking.
But yeah, he basically he had like $20,000 and then he put it into options and then the market collapsed and he like because those options
stop losses.
Yeah, he didn't stop losses, so he had like a balance of negative 100,000. So
and
he basically earned him.
I heard about this. Like he owed him a bunch of money. And then he killed himself.
Yeah,
and then afterwards they're like, it wasn't even as bad as he thought.
Yeah, it wasn't. You know? It's because they just nullified it. They said like, well, you don't have any more money, so we're just gonna.
Yeah, he thought he'd have to come up with like people were gonna show up at his door. Goddamn, R.I.P. Fuck. Yeah, gambling sucks, but like it's so alluring. I love gambling.
Yeah, I love gambling too.
I like gambling small amounts, right? Like I'll play poker for $10, $20.
Yeah, $10-20 for poker is great. You especially in the 6-person table, you can walk out with $100.
Exactly. Yeah. And like somebody, if somebody's good at talking, I can get invested for 50. But that's like a once a year kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm feeling spicy if I'm putting that much shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I usually lose like a little bit. I've noticed this. I always thought I would win a little bit, but I've tracked it. I think I'm like down 5%.
In poker?
So it's just I'll win a lot and I'll get back above. Just keep.
I see.
You're spending money to have a good time.
Right. That's true. That's true. Especially with your mates, you drinking.
Yeah, exactly. But like the more you drink, the worse you play.
Yeah, exactly. No, fun fact. One of my really good friends, bro. He. I'm not even gonna mention his name, but if he sees this, he knows who it is. He kind of got involved with like he's from San Diego. He got involved with the darker side of San Diego.
Okay.
Basically, got involved with the gangs, and he played poker with some of the gangs, and then he owned them around $30,000 because he lost $30,000 because he's a very cocky guy. He has some money, so he put in some money in because he was cocky, and then he lost it, and so he how he got the money back was pretty crazy. At least from what he told me. But he doesn't seem like the guy who would lie. He went to the casino, right? And he, I don't remember what table it was, like what the stakes were, but it was pretty high stakes. And he asked the bartender to bring him non-alcoholic drinks every 15 minutes.
I like that. I like that.
And the people around him, they were older dudes who were like much more experienced in poker, but they thought, at least in his eyes, that he would be making risky decisions.
He thought it would give him a little psychological edge.
And he ended up winning $150,000.
What was he playing?
I'm not. That's the thing. I don't remember the stakes. I'm sure he put in a lot.
No, not the stakes, but like
Hold'em. Poker. Yeah, Hold'em. Interesting.
I like Hold'em. It's
I think he told me he donated like at least $20,000 back to the bartender because he basically carried him.
Yeah. No, that's a good team effort right there.
Yeah. And he ended up paying it off.
We should try and get some poker in before you leave.
Dude, I'm down. Yeah. I haven't played poker in so long. I'm still a little bit above. I'm still a bit positive. I remember because I kept track. I kept track in my notes app. I remember when I started playing, and it's like plus 30, minus 40, plus 60. Mm-hmm. I think I'm like after like endless games of poker and like more than $1,000, like
$1,000.
No. I'm like maybe like $60.
60, yeah.
But $1,000 total. Like if I won everything, I would have $1,000. But I kept losing, clearly.
Yeah, the losing sucks. The winning's great.
No, yeah.
All right, I kind of want to wrap this up. Let's see. Back to music. What's the one song stuck in your head lately?
Yeah, let me just find it.
Yeah, wait, you're saying like night song, something like that.
Yeah, let me.
Okay.
I don't remember the name.
I want the name and the artist, and then see another question.
Another question? Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that'll be it.
The name is Dance in Room Song.
Dance in Room Song.
Yes.
By who?
By Sipper. I've never heard of Sipper before. Listen to some of his other stuff too. It's pretty nice.
Okay.
Pretty chill.
Yeah, I'll check him out. Dance in Rooms Sipper.
Dance in Room Song. Yeah, Sipper.
Dance in Room Song.
If you just find it on Spotify, Dance in Room Song.
Mm-hmm. Dance in Room Song.
Dance in Room Song.
Sipper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, Nikita, have you ever had a spiritual experience?
Yeah, dude, every time I take acid, bro.
Yeah.
Of course. It's been a while. Last time I've taken acid was my end of my freshman year, so like 3 years ago. 4 years ago, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't know. feel like I'm searching for it. Yeah.
You just need to go to a new place.
New
Go to
place.
Oregon, bro. Every
Oregon?
time I go to Oregon, it's a spiritual experience, man.
For real.
I just hike, and even if I'm not, like, I don't have to be tripping. I can just hike and smoke some weed, listen to some music on top of a fucking mountain, and I feel spiritual.
No, like I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, I'd say for me, it's going out, like, far away, wherever humans are, just away from
Far
that.
away.
Like
you said.
2 hours. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See.
wherever there's no light and looking
No
up.
light. No light, yeah.
Yeah, and also campfire. But like campfire is basic. Everyone knows about that one. Like,
yeah. I feel like nature just gives you some sort of clarity.
Yeah.
You know, it just washes your mind off, like, it like just
like, what am I fucking worried about?
Yeah, it drains you. It drains you.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, like, why are you caring about all this stupid shit in your life when nothing matters? Look at this fucking. Look at the sun going down the hill.
Yeah, look at it.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think there's anything else that matters apart from, like, your own existence?
Mm-hmm.
That's at least what goes through my mind sometimes.
No, I know exactly what you mean. I like
just enjoy it.
like looking up and actually seeing the fucking Milky Way. Because, you know, my whole life, at least before I saw it, I'm like, why the fuck they call it the Milky Way? And then you go out and you're like, oh. Yeah, that's it for me. Let's see. Any other burning questions or
I'm burning questions.
topics?
Wait, you talking about my mustache in your car right before this.
Yeah, the mustache. He wants an opinion. So,
just give
yeah,
it,
if you
just
got an
give it-
opinion,
give
give
it
it to
one
him.
more month, bro. Give it one more month.
What do you want, like a rating 1 out of 10?
Sure.
Okay. 1 out of 10.
Oh, the
mustache
audience?
rating.
I was expecting.
I'll give it to you right now. Let's see. It's at a soft 6 right now.
Okay.
Soft 6. It has
Soft.
potential for either direction. That's what I'm saying. Very loose 6.
Loose 6. Alright. It could be worse.
All right. This has been the second best live podcast in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Tyler. Been a pleasure having you.
Now we check if it's been working.
All
right.
Your phone died.
No, there are people in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I read it out loud because it's fun.
All right.
Hi, I'm Fleur. There's like 2. Oh, I lost it. You want to look at it? It's like one person really. Oh, we got a rating. A good 7.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Appreciate it.
Hi, master's degree. Me too. Appreciate.
Hell yeah, dude. Good luck in your masters. Masters is gonna
Agree.
be hard. I'm not excited.
Brain chemistry, pretty cool. More into chemistry. Want to go to Rome. Someplace to eat receipts. East Coast sister's in Cali. She hates it. Everyone there is plain rude or fake. As a fat person, I don't view fat as an insult. You should always try to be healthy, but fat shaming or skinny shaming will not help them. Your mustache
This
should get
person
seven.
agrees with us a lot. Hell yeah.
Yeah, all right. Whoever you are, Miss Skyrocket, appreciate you. I kind of want to save the chat, so I'm just gonna screenshot it. No, this is like the most interaction we've had so far. So
Really?
it's great.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm glad.
Usually it's
One of
people
the
like
popular ones.
stay in. They'll just. Oh, we got 3 viewers right now.
Hell yeah, dude.
Bye, guys.
Peace out, guys. Look at us.
That was sick.